In the heart of the forest, surrounded by 200-year-old oaks and pines, amidst human high grass and a swamp holding more secrets than the ancient woods themselves, lies a hidden lake. Its clear waters wash over emerald shores, and reeds conceal flocks of ducks in their depths. Snow-white water lilies, like brides, have opened their buds, exuding a barely perceptible delicate fragrance that attracts nimble dragonflies. At night, the lake's surface drowns in moonlight, while the stars softly twinkle in the midnight silence. In the morning, a thick fog wraps the area in a milky blanket, gently cradling the chattering frogs until dawn. Nothing could disturb the boundless peace of this beautiful water body, except for the increasing number of visitors seeking solitude and inner peace. One such visitor was Ksenia, a little girl from a nearby village at the edge of the forest who began to visit more frequently. Smiling, she would sit by the shore, sometimes humming cheerful tunes in her childish voice. She gathered wild strawberries in the forest, washed the fragrant berries, and placed them in a woven basket. Before leaving, as if in gratitude for the lake's hospitality, the kind-hearted girl would always leave a handful of berries on a lily pad near the shore. One day, Ksenia wasn't alone. The girl emerged from the forest, as usual, with a bundle in her hands, heading to her favorite spot under the weeping willow, whose branches kindly shielded her from the scorching summer sun. But behind her, a man emerged from the darkness of the dense forest, his face blacker than night and his eyes more terrifying than the darkest nightmare. His gaze was that of a wild beast stalking its prey. He crept through the reeds, trying to stay out of the girl's sight, clutching a piece of twine in his hand. Wheezing as if from thirst, he pounced on Ksenia, and with a sudden scream, she and the terrifying man fell into the lake. For a long time, the wind rustled the treetops, and the willow mourned the little girl. Her voice no longer rang out, and no playful children's laughter was heard by the shore. Only the evil man continued to come. He would sit by the roots of an old pine, staring into the smooth surface of the lake with dark eyes. But there was no peace for him. His soul, black as a ball of poisonous snakes, gnawed at him from within, a voice hissing, "Kill. Kill again." The man frowned, and his hands trembled. Returning to the lake once more, the man was fierce. He had planned a wicked deed and hid among the juniper bushes, waiting for his victim, whose light footsteps could already be heard nearby. A boy of about 8 had gotten lost in the forest and was wandering alone, crying and searching for his mother. The midday sun's rays mercilessly scorched, and the terrifying man was overcome by thirst. Sitting in the shade by the shore, he dipped his hands into the water to drink. Suddenly, he noticed a handful of berries on a lily pad. The bright blueberries beckoned with their beauty and juiciness. The hungry man grabbed the lily pad, tore it off, and greedily devoured the treat. At sunset, the little boy, in tears, emerged at the shore of the radiant lake and sat on the sun and wind-polished roots of the old tree. At his sobs, a little girl appeared from the bushes, gently embracing the boy and soothing him. The boy was exhausted, having wandered through the forest for several hours, and he was very hungry. Looking around, he saw dark blueberries scattered on the ground. "Don't touch them. They're poisonous, they're crow's eye. They strike straight at the heart and stop it forever." The girl gently took the boy by the hand and led him out of the forest. Reaching the clearing from where the village and the cries of the desperate mother were already visible, the girl smiled and handed the boy a basket full of strawberries. Turning back once more towards the village, the girl sighed sadly and disappeared into the wild wormwood thickets. The black man no longer disturbed the peace of the secluded spot the forest hid, and covered the lifeless body lying on the damp ground under fir branches. The dead man lay on his back, his pale hands clasped in a convulsive grip over his heart. Never again would pain and death emerge from his dark soul, and no more would the ball of snakes whisper terrible words to him at night. Crows would pluck out his wicked eyes, and forest creatures would scatter his sinful bones in their burrows.